Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video is going to be about Chainsaw Man. In my opinions, everybody's talking about Chainsaw Man. I've read 7 volumes of Chainsaw Man. I'm currently reading volume 8. If you don't know what Chainsaw Man is, you must have been living under a rock. But I'll give you a brief little summary of what Chainsaw Man is. Chainsaw Man is about this main character named Denji, who his dad got a lot of debt by the Yakuza and then killed himself, so then Denji had to pay the debt, so he lived in like a shack with a devil that was named Poochie, that is the chainsaw devil, I guess. And then he gets betrayed by the Yakuza guy who becomes a devil. But like Denji sold a bunch of stuff to make the money to be a devil, or not to be a devil, but like to make money to pay back some of the debt that he owes. Anyways, he gets betrayed by that Yakuza guy, then he kills the Yakuza guy, then Makima, which is this leader of this organization, it's working for the government, comes and talks to him and takes him in, because he's half devil, half human, because he still has his human heart, but the Poochie saved him, his devil, chainsaw devil. And then he meets a bunch of other people. And I got to admit, Denji's really grown on me, but he's not my favorite character in the show. My favorite character is Power, which is the chick devil, the blood devil. And when she meets Denji originally, she betrays him, which is interesting. She wants to save a cat, and then I don't know, every time she's on screen, she's funny. She's waifu material, obviously, but she's fucking psycho. All of them are. And the whole show is basically, from what I've gathered, he finds a devil, he fights a devil, somebody dies. It's very dark and gory, and it has more of an edgy tone to it. And I gotta say, it's very interesting. The artwork in the manga is really good. I really am enjoying this anime adaptation. I think it's very faithful so far. I don't know how many seasons there are going to be, but I think the anime is doing a really, really good job. I think it's doing a very, very good job. I think it's doing better than most animes do. And I think that it's a very, very good show, and it deserves the anime it's getting. I think it's the best anime of the year. I think it's the best new gen manga. I think this mangaka it's really good. After I finish this, I'm going to read all his other works, which he did Fire Punch, and then he did some spin-offs. The thing about him is he's a very perverted writer. He just is, and his stories go weird ways, but they're always interesting, and they always keep you hooked. I didn't think I'd like Chainsaw Man this much, and I think it actually honestly deserves the hype. I think most people would probably give me shit for saying that, but I think it's true. And I think they're doing the best they can with the anime. And I think all the characters are interesting. We haven't really had a shonen protagonist like Denji. He's basically said, fuck the world. And then he gets betrayed by these women over and over and over and over and over and over. And he gets murdered and killed and all this stuff. But he comes back every single time. Because, the demons just need blood, or devils just need blood to recover. And he's coming back, and everybody's after him for his heart, and his whole mission is that he wants to grab some boobs, he wants to kiss, he wants to go on dates with Makima, which is she's pretty hot too, I'm not gonna lie. But he meets all these people, and all these women betray him, and all these bad shit happens to him. But he was living in the slums. He was living off of basically nothing, and he has everything he could possibly want now. So people are oh, he's not. He has goals and admirations, and he thought he was gonna die alone in a shed, murdered by people. But then he basically did die. But then he got brought back to life, because he was friends with people, and his philosophy is, I'll be friends with people, it doesn't really matter. if they're a devil or not. Like, if you treat me good, I'll treat you good, but if I have to kill you, I will kill you. Like, it doesn't... That seems to be the vibe that I get from him, and it is just... It's so interesting to have more of a, like... I would call him a gray character. Like, he's not as good as Berserk. This isn't as good as Berserk, but, like, how Guts is, like, kind of a morally gray character. I would say the same thing about Denji, but I think he falls more closer to the dark than full-on gray. Like, it's more of a dark gray, in my opinion, because he is kind of a tool sometimes. He's not, like... He is a hero, but, like, he threw a car once that had somebody in it because he wanted to. He's not really a hero, and I like stories where it's not like, oh my god, they're either this or that, like they're good or evil. There's no in between, and there's no like philosophies on like what a hero should be, but he's not trying to be a hero. That's not his thing. And the fact that he has done all that he's done in such a short amount of time is interesting to me as well, because it's like he is and will always be him. Like, he's gonna do reasons for him. He's gonna do what he wants. And the reason I like Power so much is because I think their chemistry is the best, because it's like a sibling thing, and she is very much like him, but like she's more, I'd say, crazy, but she's not as strong, and she doesn't have as good of a devil power as him. And they're both like willing to jump in and fight people, and then they're both gonna say, oh, I'm smart, I'm this, I'm that. Like, Power once said that she had like a really high IQ. It's like, obviously you don't have a really high IQ. You seem dumber than a sack of shit, but like, she's awesome. I love her, and what she brings to the show, in my opinion, is so important. She's like, most, like, I would call her the lead female in the show, because she's in it way more than Makima is, and she is one of the better ones. Like, and this is very different than most shonen stuff, because it's very gory. He literally chainsaws people in half and shit, devils in half, and there's blood flying everywhere, and he dies multiple times, and he is a very different character. And everyone in the show, like, there's death, and like, I enjoy that. I enjoy the fact that, like, stuff doesn't always go right for the heroes. Shit goes bad, but then it always comes back to being good, because that's how the story is. I am really, really curious how the series ends, but I don't want anyone to spoil it for me, because as I said, I'm 8 volumes in, and I think there's 11 volumes of part 1 of Chainsaw Man, which seems like he's going to continue writing Chainsaw Man, and I think he's going to write some other stuff too, but it is incredible, in my opinion. This series is something spectacular. We have... It's really weird, because this show is incredible. I think everyone can agree that it is. It is spectacular how big this show has gotten, how many people are talking about this show, how mass the universe it seems like it's just like our universe, but with devils and stuff, because they're in Japan, and they're always in Japan, but then there's like other devils in other areas, and the more we learn about the system, like, their power system seems to make sense. Gun devil seems like it's the most powerful, because people are terrified of guns, so the power from that makes the gun devil more powerful. And I'm very interested to see how Denji deals with that situation. And there's also like consequences for doing stuff. Like, I don't know the guy's name off the top of my head, but the blue-haired dude who used a sword devil, he had a sword thing, and it took like all his life away. So now he only has 2 years left to live. Like, there are consequences for your actions, and there are consequences for this stuff to occur. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Chainsaw Man so far, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.